Welcome back to Conversation to Close, the channel where we break down real estate strategies to help you close more deals and make more money. I'm Sean, and today I'm going to show you how to use Deal Sniper like a pro with the best practices that will help you analyze deals accurately, structure better offers, and increase your chances of getting sellers to accept. If you're using Deal Sniper, you already know it's an amazing tool that gathers data from multiple sources and provides a structured way to analyze deals quickly. But here's what separates the beginners from the pros: how you use it. If you just rely on Deal Sniper's auto-generated numbers without verifying them, you could be setting yourself up for failure. First, always double-check the data. Deal Sniper pulls in numbers from multiple platforms, but not every number is guaranteed to be accurate. Check the ARV, rent estimates, and tax records manually. Zillow and Rentometer can be a good starting point, but always cross-reference with MLS comps, property managers, or real estate agents for the most reliable data. If the rent is listed as $2,500, but you check with local sources and see that comparable properties are actually renting for $1,800, that could be a huge difference in cash flow calculations. Second, clean up your numbers. Too many investors send out offers that look computer generated, making them appear unprofessional. If Deal Sniper calculates a purchase price of $978,632, round that up to $980,000. If it says the down payment should be $68,915, adjust it to $69,000. These small changes make a big impact on how your offer is perceived by sellers. Next, remember that Deal Sniper is a starting point, not the final answer. It's a tool to help you run quick calculations, but you should always adjust the offer based on your knowledge of the market, seller motivation, and financing structure. If the cash on cash return is too low, consider adjusting the financing terms, but always make sure the deal remains competitive and attractive to investors. If the deal doesn't quite work for you, adjust the offer instead of forcing a bad deal. Lastly, use Deal Sniper to structure your deals like a pro. When analyzing seller financing or subject to deals, make sure you're running the numbers at different price points and financing structures. Just because a deal doesn't work at one set of numbers doesn't mean it won't work at another. Adjust down payments, interest rates, and monthly payments to balance seller needs with buyer demand and ensure a strong exit strategy. All right, guys, that's your Deal Sniper Best Practices guide. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate investing insights, and drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway from today's video. And if you want to see Deal Sniper in action, check out our next video where I break down a real deal analysis using the tool. Until next time, keep closing deals and making moves. See you in the next one.